Hello and welcome to Only Connect. When I was a child, I loved crime fiction. The Famous Five, The Secret Seven. I even dreamed of putting together my own, The Sinister Six. Let's meet the teams. On my right, Charles Godyn, an operations manager who contracted trench foot while guarding a Christmas tree. George Godyn, an accountant who first appeared on television in 1959 in a Cliff Mitchellmore segment about beautiful babies. And their captain, Alice Godyn, a classics graduate who has performed Polish folk dancing in several European countries. Alice is joined by her father and brother. They are the Godyn family. Alice, I'm always very pleased to see a family team. How come you got to be the captain?
I kind of pushed them into doing it, so I kind of had to take the responsibility.
And are you used to telling your father and brother what to do, or is this a rare chance?
It's a rare chance, I would say, yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, if nothing else. You will be playing on my left. Claire Turner, a guide leader who performed in a French covers band under the stage name Lorraine Quiche. Jonathan Cairns, a biostatistician who once said hello to the Prime Minister of Singapore while he was out jogging. And their captain, Tim Brown, a database administrator who fell out of a sailing dinghy while demonstrating how not to fall out of a sailing dinghy. All data science workers, they are the data wizards. Tim, data science sounds like quite a broad knowledge base. What do you think is the most embarrassing thing to be seen not to know about?
Anything to do with numbers. It's a real blind spot for us.
For all three of you? Oh, dear. And what subject makes you feel a warm glow of confidence?
We spent a lot of time revising the Thomas the Tank Engine numbers and colours.
OK, so that's the one area of numbers that you're on top of, the
That we
Thomas
can
the Tank
nail.
Engine ones. You never know, do you? Fingers crossed. Godyn family, you won the toss and you've elected to go first, so please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
Lion. This is the picture question. You'll be seeing some pictures. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Next. Oh, what's her name? That's Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson. Next.
Tiger Hudson.
Who's that?
It's a flautist. So
These be golfers. Galway.
Tiger Hudson. Galway.
Next.
Morecambe.
Right, so Morecambe Hudson.
Eric Morecambe.
Is this Rivers?
They're Bays. Bay. Yeah,
Bays.
that's it.
They're all bays.
They are all bays. What are we looking at?
Tiger Bay. Hudson Bay. Morecambe Bay. And did you say Galway? Is
Galway
it?
Bay.
Galway Bay.
That is Sir James Galway. And yes, I suppose Tiger Bay, that's actually a Bengal tiger, but Tiger Bay goes by a different name now. It's only down the road from here. What's it called now?
Oh, I actually only heard it existed yesterday.
Really? But where did you think Shirley Bassey was from?
Yeah, no one knew that.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that.
Just known as Cardiff Bay now. I prefer Tiger Bay. It's got the sort of to it. Well done, that's a point to you. Data wizards, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Did it happen on the one show? I don't know.
It's possible.
Maybe, yeah.
Next, please.
Could these be on the Graham Norton show?
Say again?
We have all the Graham Norton show.
Did the first one happen on the Graham? I don't know.
Next, please.
Is it, like, did it actually happen to them? Could it be a statue of them?
Next, please.
Oh, but reasons they...
Pulled out. They pulled out because of this.
cancelled.
Yep.
Reasons that artists cancelled concerts.
There are reasons for gig cancellations. Absolutely right. Morrissey pulled out of a gig in Dresden because it used to be a slaughterhouse. He's a vegan, of course. The Kings of Leon, well, that was a concert in St. Louis, and it happened actually during the show, and he was sort of hit in the mouth. I think for hygiene reasons, he thought best to stop. Maroon 5, they were going to play in Shanghai and Beijing, and they were cancelled. They didn't cancel themselves. Cancellations came in, they didn't know why, and then it turned out one of them had tweeted positively about the Dalai Lama. They were suspicious that was the reason. And the Lionel Richie story, do you ever hear that?
No.
He went on the One show and he kissed Alex Jones on the mouth and caught norovirus. And Alex Jones said, I did feel a bit guilty, but he perhaps shouldn't have been so forward. If he'd gone for the cheek, it wouldn't have happened. Godyn family, what would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
But Ebonith.
Next.
Is in Scotland.
Yeah. Where's Brigadoon?
Brigadoon is an imaginary place.
Next.
Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore.
So these non-existent places, what's the second one?
Yeah, so I'll try again.
Next.
Right.
Could these be brands? Flags?
Places that don't exist.
What's climax, though?
Probably in also, but
Places
I don't
don't
know
exist
in
and-
the country. CHLVN.
A, B, C, C. Is it the first?
2 seconds.
Places that no longer exist and places that do exist.
That is not the connection, I'm afraid. Data wizards, do you know?
We think the capital of the country on the bottom is contained in the word on the top.
That is absolutely right. The capitals are hidden inside: Bern in Switzerland, Riga in Latvia, Oslo in Norway, Lima in Peru. Some of them certainly do exist. Abernethy in Scotland, of course. Brigadoon is fictional in the film, but there are some real Brigadoons, and it's based on somewhere called Brigadoon. Czechoslovakia, of course, that doesn't exist at the moment, but it did. And climax, that's sort of a joke one at the end. Well done, Data Wizards. You get the bonus and your own question. What would you like?
Twisted flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Is it Martian?
Yeah.
Wisdom found. That's too early.
2000.
Way too early, yeah. Not 2001, I suppose.
Next, please.
Oh, that's...
Ants with a Z.
about-
Oh no, there's
about
2 films
five.
that year came out.
Films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two films came out that year with the same plot.
We think in that year, 2 movies were released with that plot.
Very well done. Bravely coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. Let's have a look at all the clues. Claire, I think you got that one. What are the films, do you know?
So that's Ants and a Bug's Life, I think.
That's right, in 1998, at clue 2.
We've got Deep Impact and Armageddon.
That's at clue 4. An American detective teams up with a dog in 1989. What were those?
Is one of them Turner and Hooch?
Yes, and Turner and Hooch comes up most weeks in this quiz for something or other. It's a very useful title. And K9 was the other one. And A Voyage to Mars went awry in Red Planet and Mission to Mars in 2000. Very well done. Good gamble. Godyn Family, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. It's the music question. Not such a good gamble. You'll be hearing your clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Yeah, try again.
Next.
You got to pick up every stitch.
I don't know this.
You got to pick up every stitch.
Try again.
Next.
Right.
Oh, that's the Sorcerer's
The
Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. Paul Dukas.
Next.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball.
These are all wizards.
From so hard
Yeah, that's it.
And then all magic or wizard related.
They are all magical. What did we hear?
Sorcerer's Apprentice and Pinball Wizard are the only ones I could recognise.
Second one was Donovan, Season of the Witch. First one from Holst's Planets, Uranus the Magician.
Yeah.
All magicians, sorcerers and spellcasters. Back to you, Data Wizards, for the last question of the round. The Horned Viper. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
No idea.
No. Next, please.
It's permanently 39 years old. Has no hair, or 3 hairs.
Next, please.
Could be initials in there.
Oh, yeah.
I recognise that name.
The word one?
I recognise the name, but I don't.
Okay.
Should we get
Go on.
Yeah, get the next.
Next, please.
Is it a word? It can't be a word. No. They're all from different countries. Father of 3 kids. Have a baby called Bart.
We think they don't age.
How gallant. I'm sure a couple of the people in that will be delighted with the compliment, but I think some of them certainly do age. Godyn Family, do you know?
We think they're all yellow.
I think basically all of you are thinking about Homer Simpson and losing interest in the rest of the clues completely. I heard you muttering about their children. Do they have sons called Bart who are muttering? No. They have daughters called Lisa. Frank Mikowski, father of Republican Senator for Alaska, Lisa Mikowski, Homer Simpson, of course. Who do you think Anton Maria Dinaldo Geraldini might be?
The Mona Lisa.
Lisa Geraldini, the Mona Lisa, that's her father, and Deepak Nandi, the father of Lisa Nandi, currently the Shadow Foreign Secretary, Labour MP for Wigan. That means at the end of round 1, the Godyn family have 2 points. The data wizards have 5. On to round 2 now, the sequences round, as it gradually dawns on me that the data wizards got the family question and the family team got the wizards question. What a strange evening. What comes forth in a sequence is what I will be asking. Godyn family, you to go first. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next. Oh, this is what do we talk? This is like midsummer, no quarter days or something like
Is it the
that.
quarter
Next.
days? Yeah. Right,
No, it's
so
not. 11,
it's
11. So we've got 3303, 110, 11, 11.
11, 3303.
3003, 011. Oh, the palindromic numbers.
So 12, 200.
So
21st of December.
But what's the order?
So they're
Palindromic.
palindromic dates.
So we think 21st of December then?
Yeah,
That would be the next one. Oh, yes.
3 seconds.
The 21st of December.
Is the right answer. Talk me through the sequence, please. Very specifically.
Are there palindromic dates in order?
Exactly right. So we're looking at 3003, 0110, 1111, and the next one chronologically would be 2112, 21st of December. Very well done. Data wizards, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
2.5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Next, please.
So 5 guys.
5 guys, so 2.5.
Doubling.
10.
What?
So it
Are we
could be,
doubling
or is it
going
going to
up
be
by
7.5 and then it can be 10?
I think
You might have to
with
get
multiple
the next
sequences, so we have to take the third one.
Next, please.
10 commandments. So
Okay.
it's doubling every
20.
time. So what's the 20th?
2020 cricket?
But it has.
No, we need an actual 20 something.
But it's 20 off 20, isn't it? Kind of marking.
I don't know.
Just go. Just pass.
2020 cricket match.
Well, look at the other clues. How exactly would that be expressed?
20.
20 overs.
Well, I'll take 20 cricket match. Otherwise, it's a 20-20-20 cricket match, which I don't think exists. Talk me through the sequence, please.
We have started at 2.5 and doubled it every time.
2.5 Men is a TV show. 5 Guys is a restaurant chain. 10 Commandments, God's laws, of course, and we need something that follows 20. For example, 20 cricket match. Back to you, Godyn family. What would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, Britpop. Sat nav. So it's the first 4 letters, first 3 letters, first 3, first 3. So it's going to be first 2. Should we try one more?
Yeah.
Next. High res. So it's going to be
Res.
1 letter, like I.
Right, so it's
electronic mail.
4 and
4 and 3, 3 and 3, 2 and 3. So we need 1 and 3.
So I spy.
Intelligent.
Yeah. I have to buzz in a minute, but
Can you think of anything?
iPod. Yeah. What's that? Buzz.
I'm going to go with electronic mail, but I can't think of an example.
For what reason?
Because it's going to be the first letter of the first word and the first 3 letters of the second word makes a shortening.
And what does electronic mail become?
Email.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
4
it's-
letters.
But I know, because mail is 4, but I can't
Yeah,
think of
so-
one that's 1 and
So the
3.
iPod is.
Are you expecting me to believe that you personally refer to electronic mail as email?
Email, yeah.
Yes, I
That's
do.
how we-
You call it email?
Yeah.
call it
Is that a
email.
thing just generally in your family? It's like a cute thing between you, or is it just you, Alice?
absolutely.
In all of you,
Yeah,
email?
We all
Yeah.
email each other.
In that case, I'm going to have to give you the point. You see, because many would say email. But if you were trying to give me something that's 1 and 3, talk me through the sequence, please.
So the first one is Britpop, so it's the first 4 letters of the first word and the first 3 letters of the second word. Then sat nav, so it's 3 and 3. High res, 2 and 3, and then we have 1 and 3 in the last one. Email.
That's right. We went with Andy Roddick, more commonly known as...
A-Rod.
A-Rod, apparently.
Yes, maybe it's not more commonly known. Sometimes known as A-Rod.
Not to me.
Well done. Data wizards, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Yeah. Next.
Next, please.
CT. Oh. Yeah. Size. Rhode Island is the smallest.
Yeah.
But Delaware is the fourth largest. The 4th smallest, rather. Okay.
Next,
I think
please.
they're in it's the location.
Delaware.
Delaware.
was the first.
I think it. Yeah, probably go for it. I thought it was a different order. But yeah. Okay.
Rhode Island.
Is the right answer. And why?
It's the smallest US state.
Exactly so. We're looking at the 4 smallest states of the United States of America getting smaller. Well done. Back to you, Godyn family, for the last choice of the round. Which would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. These are going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the 4th picture? Here's the first.
So that's E, A, S, T, F, G, H, J, K, E, K. Next. G. Next. Okay, so we've got
E, F, G is the first letter.
yeah. And the second one is D, J, K.
K, L, M. So it's E, F, G, H. So is it not H? H, O, whatever they are.
A, O.
Not it, I'm afraid, for at least 12 reasons. Data wizards, you've got the chance for a bonus point.
On the top row, 4th from the left, a 7. On the middle row, 3rd from the left, an 8.
If I could give you 1,000 points, I would. That is a brilliant answer. It's perfectly correct. What's going on?
It's the word keyboard and the location of those letters on a keyboard.
It is the word keyboard spelt out with numbers on the relevant keys on a keyboard. Excellent quizzing. Back to you, data wizards, for the last question of the round, the Horn Viper. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
It could be Tour de France. No.
It could be Orient Express then. It's not a bad idea.
Where's Oran?
Unless it's a word one. Next, please.
Okay.
That's going the wrong way for the Orient Express, isn't it?
So where would it end? Yeah, I mean,
Casablanca.
Yeah, try it. Yeah, go.
Casablanca to Tangier.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Godyn family, you've got the chance for bonus now.
Casablanca to London.
That's not it either. What's your alternative sequence?
I think it's the movie that I'm thinking about. It's the journey of Victor Laszlo or the heroine. That's where I was heading.
It is absolutely Casablanca, the film. This is the refugee trail in Casablanca. It is described in the opening narration. Join in when you recognise it. With the coming of the Second World War, many eyes in imprisoned Europe turned hopefully or desperately towards the freedom of the Americas. Lisbon became the great embarkation point. A tortuous roundabout refugee trail sprang up. Paris to Marseille, across the Mediterranean to Oran, then by train or auto or foot across the rim of Africa to Casablanca in French Morocco. Here the fortunate ones might obtain visas and scurry to Lisbon. That means at the end of round 2, the Godyn family have 6 points, the data wizards have 10. Time now for the confusing pleasures of the connecting wall. 16 jumbled up clues that need to be sorted into 4 connected groups of 4. Data wizards, you'll be processing first. Would you like lion or water?
Can we have lion, please?
Yes, you can. 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Ford
Avengers.
It's Ford cars, Puma,
Scorpio.
Ford Galaxy.
Yeah.
So
What were the Avengers?
Ultron, no? Age of Ultron? Or Age of Aquarius, Age of Ultron.
Okay, so yeah, Age of Ultron, Age of Aquarius.
Age of Empires.
Age of Consent. Yeah.
Okay, so-
Okay. Oh, wow.
3
okay.
lives now, plenty of time.
Okay.
What's the chart? Is there a wordy one there?
Ends in
That was a show, a chart show.
Rum in Trump, hit in white.
Who are people called Bond? James Bond.
Jenny
John
Bond.
Virgo, John Judd Trump.
So
James
is
Bond.
it White and Virgo from...
There's a snooker thing here.
Snooker,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Trump, Virgo, White, Bond. So Pale Ale, Mead, the chart, and Libra. I've got no idea about at all.
Does it sound homophones? Are they? Is it anagrams? Dean? Eden?
Braille.
Could they be anagrams of prime ministers?
I feel like it's something not quite so cryptic, but I can't see it. It feels like a knowledge fact that we just don't have.
You've got a minute left.
Okay.
So do you want to highlight just 3 of the ones we don't quite know? Or so those are the ones we do know. That's fine.
Then
Just
Virgo's probably the 4th,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. Need for speed.
Children in need. Brazil, if you had a Z. I'm catching across with it.
Yeah. Shall we? I better start tapping my head.
You've solved the wall. But what about the connections? Anglia, Scorpio, and so on?
Those are Ford cars.
They are models of Ford. The next group, Consent, Ultron, and so on.
You can put age of in front of all of those.
Exactly so. It was the Age of Ultron, you noticed, wasn't it? The Avengers one. Trump, White, Virgo, Bond.
Those are all snooker players.
They are the snooker players. And the last group, Pale Owl, Need, and so on.
Anagrams of prime ministers.
Yes, they're anagrams of prime ministers. Oh. I was going to tell you you're about to have an almighty row in the car home. That is Walpole, Eden, Thatcher, Blair.
Yeah.
You saw it early on Eden and gave up, but pulled it out the bag at the last minute. So that is all 4 groups and the connections and the bonus for getting it all correct. You just about got the maximum of 10 points. Time to bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall, the water wall, and see how they get on. 2.5 minutes for you, Godyn Family, starting now.
Right, curriculum
Rhodesia
vitae.
has been renamed as Zimbabwe. Rolo's, I think, have been renamed as well.
Right, we've got star
keeps-
signs.
Right, Florence.
Are these star constellations?
Aqua Vitae, Capricorn. Yeah, so Aqua Fortis, Aqua Vitae, Tri El Barade, and Tri Samosa Orion. Right.
Right, Leo is a lion. We've got animals.
Right, yes, man, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Wilfred Owen.
Right, Gemini's double.
Keep trying some constellations because
We've
we've
got
definitely got.
Rolo's, could be a chocolate.
Rolo's been renamed. Rhodesia's renamed. Aqua Vitae, Aqua Fortis. Cinderella Rockefeller. Cinderella.
Okay, Cinder Rhodes. They're Greek islands.
Oh, yeah, I can't see any others. Samos, Rhodes,
Elba.
Yep.
Capri.
Capri.
Got a
Well
minute
done.
left.
Right, okay. Aqua Vitae, Aqua Fortis. Right, we've still got 3 constellations
Got Libra, Leo, Gemini.
and something else. Try Fortis, Aqua Vitae. Does anyone know what Teen Hunger Force is?
No.
30 seconds.
Right, Cinderella lost a shoe, blue dress.
I'm sure there's a.
Oh, wow. No idea what that is.
Yeah.
3 lives now.
Right. Right, we're running out of time, Alice.
And 10 seconds.
Just
Go for one?
Just go. Right, try Aqua Vitae, Aqua Fortis, and something.
Vitae,
Try one more.
Fortis.
That's it. That's your 3 lives. The wall has frozen. But you've found 2 groups, and can you tell me the connections? Samosa, Rhodesia, and so on?
Are these just islands?
In the Mediterranean.
They've got Mediterranean islands in them.
They've got Mediterranean islands at the beginning, Samos, Rhodes, Capri, and Elba. And the next group, Florence, Wilfred, Rollo, Leo.
They're siblings.
They're siblings, yeah, let's go for that.
It is to do with families. It's more about who their parents are. Florence, Wilfred, Rollo, and Leo were all born while their parents were Prime Minister. Florence Cameron, Wilfred Johnson, Leo Blair, and Rollo was one of the children of Lord John Russell. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. Cinderella, yes, Iron, Gemini.
Man.
Can all be followed by man.
Cinderella Man, Gemini Man. Yeah, let's go for that.
They can all be followed by man to make the films Cinderella Man, Yes Man, Iron Man, Gemini Man. And the last group, Vitae, Libra, and so on.
You can put Aqua before all of them.
They follow Aqua. And, of course, the problem was you don't know Aqua Teen Hunger Force, rather obscure American cartoon series. But they all follow Aqua. So you found 2 groups and you gave me 3 connections. That is a total of 5 points. Let's have a look at the scores as we go into the final round. The Godyn family have 11 points. The Data Wizards have 20. And if you know that the obvious thing to follow Aqua is the Teen Hunger Games, then you come along and be on the show. Why not go to the website bbc.co.uk/onlyconnect to find out how to apply. We are going to play round 4, the Missing Vowels round. Points can be gained and lost, so buzz with care. Fingers on the bells, teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all rock. Data Wizards.
Granite.
Correct. Godyns.
Dwayne Johnson.
Correct. Wizards.
St. Peter.
Yes, it is. Wizards.
Alcatraz.
Correct. Next category, paper. Godyns.
Sandpaper.
Correct. Wizards.
The Daily Telegraph.
Yes, it is. Wizards.
Tracing paper.
Correct. Wizards.
Little Jackie Paper.
From Puff the Magic Dragon. Next category, of course, scissors. Godyns.
Nail scissors.
Correct. Wizards.
High jump technique.
Well done. Godyns.
Pinking shears.
Correct. Wizards.
Jake Shears.
From the Scissor Sisters. Next category, a supermarket and one of its ranges. Godyns.
Sainsbury's and Taste the Difference.
Well done. Godyns.
Aldi and Deluxe.
Not it, I'm afraid. Wizards, do you know?
Lidl and Deluxe.
It's Lidl, there's an extra L. Next clue. That one was Marks and Spencer and Gastropub, but the noise has sounded for the end of the quiz. And after an impressive round 4 from everybody, the Godyn family finished with 15, but the Data Wizards are through to the next round with 29. Very well played, you are straight through. Godyn family, you have to play another game to get to the next round, so in a way you're also through to the next round. It never made any sense, and it still doesn't. Thank you all very much for playing. And before we go, I've just wanting to touch on a letter I've had about last week's show. Dear Victoria, on one question there was Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt and Lincoln, and the connection was Mount Rushmore. But isn't it also a valid connection to say that none of those presidents ever went to Chessington World of Adventure? I would have let it go, except later in the round the 4 clues were Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. You gave the answer as moons of Jupiter, but isn't it equally true to say that none of these moons can be found at Chessington World of Adventure? Yours, Terence Watson of Chessington. Terence, please stop writing to us. Good night.